Good morning. Today we are in Sarasota. We're heading to our neighborhood where we used to own a home. We do keep in touch with some of our old neighbors, and last time we communicated with them, they still didn't have power. So we are going to stop by, see if they need anything, see if we can help with any cleanup. And if we get done early, we might head down to downtown Sarasota to see how that area fared. Now, after 2 days of having no luck finding gas, we thought we got lucky this morning. So it looks like the gas station up here has gas. I don't know. I don't think they've turned the pumps on yet.
Oh no, no one's actually pumping. They must have just gotten word.
No.
They must have just gotten word that the fuel truck's coming.
People are just getting ready for it.
Wow.
We're actually a little surprised because this area of Sarasota we're in right now was closer to landfall, but so far I'd say it looks better than the area we were in yesterday in Palmetto. Right now we're driving down Bayou Vista. We have seen a ton of branches down, but we haven't seen entire trees down like we did in Palmetto. Yesterday I saw on Facebook that Der Dutchman was actually open, so we're hoping they still have donuts at this time and we can maybe bring a sweet treat to our old neighbors.
How many donuts did you get?
Just a dozen. Well, actually not true, because they were nice enough to throw in a couple of extras. They had a bunch of the mini Long Johns. And then we got a pumpkin cheesecake muffin thing.
Sounds good.
Now, the donuts are for our old neighbors, but that pumpkin thing is our breakfast.
Breakfast of champions.
Mm-hmm.
That is good.
That cream cheese frosting is delicious. And like the pumpkin muffin part isn't too sweet.
Yeah, and it's not dry at all. That's great. And we haven't even gotten to the middle yet. I think the middle has like more cream in it.
So we were waiting in line for this light and realized that this probably was a line for gas. And there is a gas station on the corner. Let's see if people are actually pumping. So on this side, people are also waiting for gas. But they are pumping at least, so those lines will move, but slowly.
We're at the intersection of Fruitville Road now, and we're still not seeing like any massive trees down. Nothing similar to what we saw in Palmetto yesterday, which is a bit surprising because I'm pretty sure the eye of the hurricane went right through this area.
So after catching up with the neighborhood, helping to move a few downed tree branches, and getting rid of some of our donuts, we are going to go check out a few of our favorite spots from when we lived here in Sarasota, and then I think we'll make our way downtown.
So we're driving south down McIntosh right now, just south of Fruitville, and this seems to be the hardest hit area in Sarasota that we've seen yet. There's been quite a few trees down. I think we were both really happy to find out that our old house was in good shape overall. There are some really big oak trees in the backyard, and some branches did fall off. One of them fell onto the pool cage, so the pool cage definitely has some damage, but overall nothing major, so things are good.
Now this light is definitely out, but Detweiler's here is open as well. Well, the packing house has the lights on. There's a giant truck in front of it right now.
It is definitely open.
It's open?
Yeah.
Right now we're driving west down Fruitville towards downtown, towards the Gulf. We just went past the Robarts Arena. That seems to be kind of the staging area for all of the linemen. We're thinking this right lane is another gas lane as it is not moving. Oh yeah, there is a Wawa up there. I haven't yet seen if they have gas or not. It's nice that they're putting up cones so people can get in line and it's not just a free-for-all. We're now heading down Main Street in downtown Sarasota towards the bay. This is probably the worst damage we've seen so far with the downed trees here in the downtown area. There do seem to be quite a few businesses open. Of course, some of them are still boarded up as well. We were happy to see that, of course, was open.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah, so we've got an iced latte here and a croissant stuffed with cream cheese, smoked salmon, and lettuce.
So in the past, I feel like we've only done sweet things here, but this looks really good.
So their croissant sandwiches are legit too.
Yes. Is the coffee as good as you remember? So despite the trees all around it sustaining some pretty serious damage, the famous unconditional surrender statue seems to have held up just fine. Now we have no idea how many of these boats were actually in the water here during the hurricane, but it does look like the vast majority of them are in just fine shape. Now the reason I said the vast majority of the boats seem to look good and not all of them is because of that boat right down there, which obviously has found itself in a bit of a predicament.
Now we were hoping to be able to walk around and check out O'Leary's, but they have this whole area fenced off. The park is closed, and we can tell from here that it did not fare well through the last 2 hurricanes. It's got a boat right up on its docks, and if you look over towards the city, there's a couple more boats up on the shore, and the storms took out a bunch of vegetation.
So as expected, the damage from Milton is quite a bit more noticeable down here by the bay. But overall, I think it's still quite a bit better than what we anticipated, considering that the hurricane actually made landfall just 2 or 3 miles from here in North Siesta. Now, if the hurricane would have made landfall another 10, 20 miles to the north, that would have put Sarasota on the south side of it, which is the side which typically experiences a lot more storm surge. Now, if you've seen any of the videos coming out of Siesta Key, they did end up on the south side of the hurricane, and it seems as if they may have received the most storm surge. And the videos we've seen, they kind of remind us of Fort Myers Beach from Hurricane Ian a couple of years back. Part of that island has been completely wiped out. Now, I guess we do feel a little bit fortunate here, but our heart still really goes out to the people down there.
Now, before we left the city, we did drive over to Lido Key. This was our first time being back there since Hurricanes Helene and Milton. That footage will be on our channel soon.